Have you heard parents say, I know the man I'm married to is so toxic, but I'm going to stay for my children? Have you seen someone who is clearly being disrespected, being hurt, being insulted, being battered, being mistreated, endures that marriage, endures that relationship, and the excuse they are giving is because of children? And if you're a parent who has done that and you're listening to this, in this video, I'm going to let you know what you are doing to your children. You think you're staying for those children, you think you love those children, but the truth is, by staying in a toxic marriage, by staying in a toxic environment, you will realize that you're wounding, you're hurting, you're hampering the future of those children without even realizing it. So I'm going to break it down for you in this video. What is the first problem? If you endure a marriage where you are insulted, where the husband is a serial cheater, is this with this woman, this woman, this woman, this woman, or you're staying with someone who is violent, they are beating you, they are hitting you, they shout at you, they yell at you, or you are enduring somebody who has no boundaries to the opposite gender, or you are enduring a drunkard who does not even know that he has a family, he comes home drunk, all he does is drink out there and come back and quarrel and beat you and complain and harass you and disrespect you, insult you, or he's sleeping out there, he has a kid here, a kid there, a kid there, and you're confused. You're like, what do I do? But then you have children with this person and you're staying. The first problem when you stay in such a marriage is that you're going to be emotionally hurt by what is going on in your marriage, and therefore you become emotionally distant and emotionally unavailable for your children. What does this mean? It means you will not be in the right state of mind. Every time you are hurting, every time perhaps you're crying, every time you're thinking about what is going on, every time your brain is preoccupied with the thoughts, and so you don't have time to validate your children. You don't have time to talk to your children and ask about their day. You don't have time to pay attention, to validate your children, to really be there for them emotionally. Therefore, you are there, but you're not there. You are there physically, but emotionally you are absent. But you just make sure you provide, you just make sure you cook for them, you just make sure they have eaten, you just make sure they have gone to school, you just make sure they have dressed. But your mind is not there to really observe, validate, play with them, and really get to understand their beliefs, and really get to understand what's going on, their opinions, and be there for them emotionally. So you become emotionally distant for your children. That is the first danger. And what is wrong with this? Now, you're going to deprive your children of what we call emotional fulfillment, which means they are going to grow up not knowing this side of life. They're going to grow up when they have that hunger, that need, that craving for emotional satisfaction that they never got from you. What's the danger? It means tomorrow, if they meet anyone who will give them such attention, that person has them for good. If this is a girl, it means anybody who will give her that emotional presence, validate her, be there for her, present for her, compliment her, that person has her. Now I want you to imagine if that is a wrong person who has ulterior motives. If that is, let's say, a man who is intending to rip your daughter apart, and he is the one giving her this emotional presence, emotional availability, this man now owns your daughter for good. This is why young girls fall for older people, for example. And she will tell you, that's the man I want. Why? Because that man is emotionally present and gratifying and satisfying that need that you deprived her of when she was young, when you were busy, preoccupied, thinking about the abuse, thinking about the toxicity that was going on with you and your husband. Now your daughter is in the hands of merciless people. If she meets an obsessive lover, for example, she might even be mature and ready to marry, but she has met an obsessive lover. Obsessive lovers are people who see you as a drug. They also have a void, but they always crowd your environment. They become so controlling that they make your life impossible. If your daughter meets such a partner, she's finished. And it's so hard to get out from obsessive lovers. What if she met a narcissist who knows how to pretend and to give you that emotional presence that you need, but their aim is your soul? Your daughter is in the hands of merciless people, I repeat. What if your son was the one? Is it also in the hands of merciless women? It's so dangerous if he finds a woman. This is why also young boys fall for older women. Because they always go for mother figures, which you were not emotionally, I repeat. Physically, you made sure these kids ate. You made sure these kids were dressed. You made sure these kids had a roof. But you were not there to say, you know what, my son? You are the most handsome young man I've seen. That was so powerful. But you never said that. Maybe you even said, but you didn't mean it. And they could tell. You see the danger there? Also, it means your son will be vulnerable to any woman who will be giving him that kind of emotional attention, even if she's a wrong woman. Today, when women are so predatory in this predatory society, how safe? It will be on his emotional stability. It means they will be emotionally unstable. Your children. It means only the emotional stability of your boy that will help him. That is the danger of you staying in that toxic relationship, because you will be emotionally absent for your children, and that creates a vacuum that needs to be filled. And your kids are going to meet people who will fill them. Now imagine those people are wrong people. You have actually unconsciously contributed to the torture of your kids, even when they become adults. That's the first curse. The second curse of staying in a toxic relationship because of children is because you will provide a wrong role model of a family. Your children are going to grow up thinking it's okay to endure abuse. They develop what we call a high tolerance for abusive partners and abusive marriage. They will see you. Let me tell you, what you keep telling your children is not as powerful as what they see you do. Remember, when children are in a home, they see that home as a perfect environment to learn about life. They see it as a heaven. And they see you, the two parents, as demigods. You are so perfect, which means everything you do, they will want to do it. They think it's the right thing to do. So when they see you enduring abuse, when they see you enduring disrespect, when they see you, do you know what you're trying to tell them in your actions? It is okay to endure abuse. And they will develop a high tolerance for abuse. They will develop a high tolerance for toxicity that tomorrow they will not see it as a red flag. Even when they are dating during their time, they will see it as something normal. And they will actually be attracted to people who are toxic because that is what is normal to them. They will even be fearing people who have no ulterior motives. They will not be okay with them. They will think those people are not normal. They will be attracted to people who are toxic, people who are far, people who are needy, people who are clingy. You'll be providing a wrong role family model. They will think it's okay to endure abuse, which means your daughter also tomorrow when she's getting married, she will be okay. She will think you cannot get love without abuse. Those two have to coexist. Haven't you heard women say, no, it's okay, every family has a problem, there are challenges. Yes, that's true. But we are not talking about enduring challenges from your partner. We are talking about you two as one to endure challenges of life. But now here you are enduring challenges from your partner. No, that's not what you're supposed to endure. Because that is permanent. You don't know how it will end. So these are the two great problems when you endure an abusive relationships in the names of staying for your children. What is the solution? The solution is to get out. Your children need you healthy. They will know. Get out of that marriage. I know the real issue is you fear what society will say when you get out of that marriage. The issue here is actually not really children. That's just an excuse. But you want to show your children role model, show them that it's not okay to accept disrespect. When you actually walk out of a toxic marriage, your children learn to know, oh, it's not okay to be disrespected. My mom opted out of an abusive relationship, which means it's not okay. I hope this was helpful. Cheers. See you in the next video.